Hey guys, so today I'm going to start a new review series. And basically what it's going to be is my bang for the buck gear guide for DSLR video. The idea behind it is what's going to be the best bang for your buck. It may not be the cheapest, it may cost you $5 or $10 more than whatever the cheapest you can find out there on Amazon or eBay or whatever. But the idea behind it is you may pay that extra couple bucks, but get something a lot better quality. And don't take my word for it. I'm not the gold standard here by any means. I'm very new to video myself. Matter of fact, how it all started is you can see behind me here. I love movie props, Halloween costumes, and doing that sort of thing. About a year ago, I decided to do a Jason Voorhees costume for Halloween. And I made a deal with some guys to do a photo shoot and promote their masks and so forth. And I was talking to a guy at work, and he goes, hey, do you need help? And I'm like, well, sure, this guy does video professionally. He obviously knows how to take a picture, so professional help would be great. And as we got to talking, he goes, have you ever thought about doing video, like shooting a little movie? I was like, that's a great idea. To see what I'm talking about, and a very good example of what can be done on a shoestring budget, watch my Jason Voorhees watch my Legend of Jason Voorhees fan film. It's only about 2 minutes, 3 minutes long. So take a look, you can see what can be done. But anyway, on to the reviews. First thing we're going to talk about is tripods. And there are two main types of tripods. A basic ball head tripod and a fluid head tripod. I'll show you here in a minute. But with a ball head tripod, I'm not going to recommend one. You can pick any of them up at Walmart, Best Buy, 20, 30 bucks. For me, it doesn't have to be anything special because it's just as long as it stands on 3 legs and doesn't wobble, that's all I need. They can pivot, tilt, but it's very wobbly and jerky. It's not made for video. It's basically a photography tripod. You lock it down, you snap your picture, or in my case, you lock it down at the shot that you want, and then you go off with your main camera and do your other shots. Just look for one that has a ball head, obviously, because some come without a head. But all the ball head does is let it turn and pivot on the ball. This one's a little nicer because it's got a quick release on it, but I use it so rarely, and it's a set it and forget it type thing that it doesn't really matter. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the fluid head tripod. This one in particular is the ePhoto 75mm heavy duty professional tripod. And what a fluid head tripod gets you is a fluid movement. Now you can adjust your resistance so it can be, almost nothing to make it pan and tilt. Or you can crank it down a little. That way it's a little more steady and you have really good fine control. That's however you want to do it. This one is really nice in the fact that it's heavy. I mean, it's not going to wobble, it's not going to shake on you. This is a heavy duty tripod. I wouldn't want to carry it through the forest with me, but to just take to a shot, set it down, and use it, it's fantastic. Several things about this one make it nice. There are several tripods in this same class, in this same price range. And a few things that this one had that I liked about it were it has a built-in level. I don't know if you can see that from here or not, but it is nice. Some of my gear has a built-in level, but when it doesn't, it's nice to know that you are level. The other thing is it comes with not one, but 2 quick release plates that just pop in and out of here. Every other tripod I've seen comes with 1, or none. But having 2 is nice right off the bat. That way you can put one on your camera. I got one on my slider, one on my shoulder rig, whatever you need. I would probably order, 2 or 3 extra, because you never know what you're going to have, and it's so much easier just to slide the new piece on rather than unscrewing it off your camera, screwing it on whatever you're putting on here. It takes time. And it may not sound like a lot, but I found that with video, even little things that are like, oh, this will, an hour, you'll end up being there for 4 hours. So the more time you save, the better. The other thing about this tripod that I liked versus the other ones that I was looking at were the reviews. Every review I saw about the ePhoto tripod was positive. All the other tripods had a handful of people, and granted, I mean, it happens, but there were people that, I'm missing a part, I'm missing a handle, it was jerky. They'd say it would you know, not start smoothly and have a jerk and then go, or maybe you come to a point and it would stutter right there, and that can totally run your shot. So I like the fact that this one had nothing but good reviews. Everybody that got one seemed to like it. It had the two quick release plates. You got the built-in level. It's very heavy duty. Bang for the buck. I think it's about the best you can find. But I'll put a link to in the description below. Check it out, see what you think. If you end up getting one, let me know what you think. And in my book, it's about the best bang for the buck out there.